Hey, my loves. So I was pulling some cards here for the day for the collective, and we got a lot of focus cards on solitude. It's really time to be diligent and focus on what lights you up, what builds you up, what makes you grow, what feels good. I was contemplating that this morning actually, probably because I was gonna do this reading about everything. Is like, how do you feel when you're doing something, or when you're around a person, or even doing a job service, whatever it is? Like, does it leave you drained, like empty, not tired, like tired from work, but like empty, depleted? Or does it fill you up, lift you up, inspire you in some way, right? Even, for example, going out for drinking. Sure, you have a lot of fun. But how do you feel the day after? So it's like, that's also a thing. Like, it feels good in the moment, but the hangover is not so nice. If you're engaging with some toxic person, a friend that always like gossiping or talking smack about other people, or a person like seeing someone who leaves you doubtful and wondering what's going on like the next day, that is not healthy for your energy, right? So it's really about cutting away anything that doesn't fill you up, right? Or at least minimize it. Because the more you minimize it, the more you're gonna feel the effects. Like, for example, I started cutting out gluten, and every time I eat anything with gluten now, my stomach is making noise. I'm like, yeah, it's so obvious now. Because when you're in a repetitive cycle of doing something that's not that good for you, you kind of get numb to the symptoms and how it affects you. But then if you stay away from it, for example, this toxic friend, or like someone who's just very negative mindset setted and not making changes in their own life, for example, then just harping on the same problem and taking advice but not really, using it, then if you distancing yourself from that person and then you're seeing them again, you're gonna see how it affects you. You're probably gonna feel like, this is not aligned anymore, right? So whatever it is, and also like if you're doing any type of services or something that doesn't feel good, you're doing it because you feel like you need to offer it, or you always done it. Maybe it's time to limit it or even cut it out to make space for something else. Because here we got the solitude card. There's also the full moon on there. So we're in the full moon, Taurus full moon energy right now. We're really focusing on the success here with the sun. And you going places, this journey. So, but for many of you, it's like you're taking your life or your business or yourself on a longer journey. Like, you setting those roots, or you building on is something that's going to be long standing, right? I was even looking at the trees at my old schoolyard, because my youngest son, he goes to that school, and I saw this aerial photo from when the school was built in the 1950s, and the trees were not there, but they were there like when I grew up, and now they're still there. And I said they must have been planted like 333 on the clock. Must have been planted like shortly after they built the school. And I was like, look at those trees. They're like 60, 70 years old. That's pretty amazing. And that's what you're building. It's like you're building on something so solid. Even if it's just yourself, you're shifting your mindset, you're healing your body, which will, positively impact your kids and your grandkids. Like, you're changing things here, right? But it's really time to focus. You're focusing on the path ahead. Diligence comes up here as well. Let's see, what else is coming up for the collective? What are we building on here? Treasure Island. Yeah, X marks the spot. Like, you know where you need to go, and you probably knowing that you need to just like kind of isolate yourself and like focus. Maybe do like a 75 challenge, but in terms of focusing on work, maybe even your body. I actually started the 75 challenge for my body and health. So maybe that's something, if you want to look at the 75 soft or hard challenge, and also implement it to your work. and your mindset. Like, so you can tweak it as you will. Like for me, it's like subliminals is in there. I added that, like, to listen to subliminals every day and as I go to sleep. What else did I add in? Well, affirmations is like on the regular for me. They just repeat in my head. But if you're not using a lot of affirmations, if it's not like on repeat in your head already, then it would be a good time to do maybe 75-day challenge on repeating the same. Like I would choose like the same 3 to 5 affirmations they repeat on the daily for 75 days and watch how everything shifts, right? Make sure they're like really aligned to what you want, where your treasure island is, right? Yeah, never ending story. Like you're closing it out. You're really shifting it. You're co-creating something new here. And it's the shift for the better. You're going to, I think so much has already happened in 2024, but 2025 is like the rocket. Like that's really taking off, because I think now putting a lot of energy and effort into what you're building is going to shift into a whole different story for yourself and all your descendants. So good job. And don't give up. You can have bad days, but we don't give up. All right, 8 of Wands. Swift changes here, and the High Priestess. Really, really focus on your intuition, your intuitive inklings, your intuitive hits. Follow the golden breadcrumbs, what the universe is kind of giving, maybe a little idea here and there. Like jump on it, like go with it. If it feels right, do it. 4 of Wands. Many of you might be traveling, like moving home, moving neighborhood, relocating, moving state, moving countries, or starting to work from home. The home is very centralized here, but you do have a passion and new beginning here with the Page of Wands. All right, let's do one of these as well. Things will speed up, and I think I've said this in recent readings as well. Like the momentum will kickstart it. It's like for you, it's just about keep on doing it, and suddenly I think I was mentioning that, like the Finding Nemo, the turtles going into, they're like whoa, vibing around like the swimming, and then suddenly comes this like water portal, like it just like flows very fast, and they're like riding it, and they're like, oh, this is cool. So it's like just keep on doing, keep on vibing, like moving forward, and then eventually that portal of speed will come in by the universe. It's not something like you don't exactly know when it's coming, just knowing that it is coming and you're ready for it and you're just vibing with it. Your desire is within reach. That's what I'm saying. Don't give up. Like keep on doing what you're doing. Pregnancy. Yeah. You're at the pregnancy phase, and soon the daughter will be born. Some of you are pregnant or will be pregnant, and daughter is there. So but for others it's just like your new life, your new career, you know, whatever it is about to be born. You're still in the gestation period, the pregnancy period. You might still need a lot of rest at times. Make sure you get water in your body and rest as well, and cleanse your environment especially from any kind of people or things that make you feel drained and not so good inside. But I hope this was helpful. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I do put like different content on all platforms. So, and if you need me for a reading or distance healing or coaching session or anything like that, or want to get your Reiki attunement to become a Reiki practitioner, just head on to my website, mejahandersson.com. I love you guys. Bye.